already. It's nice and toasty and pretty toasty. Um, so today, another exciting day in my little paradise. Lots of adventures happening. Um, I'm doing more crazy stuff. Um, since summer is definitely taken off, and we are going to be getting some pretty dry periods. I am continuing with the fire sprinkler system for the shop and eventually for the house. Uh, right now I'm dealing with the shop because it's much easier to access. Um, so I getting up on top of the roof is always entertaining, and I'm not really that fond of heights. I have a very healthy respect for them. So I try not to get up there. But I need to actually attach something to the side fascia of the roof, and I'm not about to do that while hanging over the edge on a sloping metal roof that's currently very hot and slippery. So I needed to come up with a solution. I would love to have a scissor lift. That would be awesome. Nice four-wheel drive scissor lift. I can drive it around, go up and down, do what I need to do. I don't have that. What I do have is scaffolding, and I hate scaffolding. There's many reasons why I hate scaffolding. One of them is because I used to work with it a lot. The other is because I hate scaffolding. So because I have scaffolding and I have a truck, I figured let's combine the two and make a somewhat unstable, uncomfortable, elevated platform that can drive around and move. Yeah, I'm thrilled about this. But it's either this or try to scurry up an extension ladder, which is even more flimsy, and I'm even less thrilled with that idea. So we're going with this. Hey, I was nice enough and smart enough to strap it all down to the truck. So that's stable. Safety third. But it gets me high enough up and I can work on this. So that's accomplishment number one. Getting high. Accomplishment number two. I finished off the downpipe for the sprinkler system. And that is right here. It's all nicely painted, and I have to remember to take that off. And all intricate with bends and stuff and fittings and coolnesses. Yeah, there we go. That's all pretty. But how am I going to attach it to the side of the building? Now, I ordered some mounting clamps that are meant for this exact application. So these are plastic clamping little cushions with steel plates on either side of it. They can get either bolted or welded onto things. Usually they'll get welded onto things. And they come apart like this. And then you put them together as I drop one, and probably will do so when I'm at higher elevation. And when you cinch it all in, it does that, and you tighten it down and it keeps this nice and snug and doesn't fall off like it just did. So these are cool. Great, available at industrial plumbing pipe suppliers everywhere. However, if you notice, there's no nice way of mounting this to anything. So, especially wood. I can't weld it to wood. That won't work very well. So I need to figure something out. Ideally, I would use something off the shelf. And there are things off the shelf that I could use. I just don't have them here at my disposal. And I just need to get this done. So, a nice heavy-duty L bracket would be perfect. I only need probably about 3 of them, maybe 4. And as luck would have it, I do actually have in my possession 3 nice heavy-duty L brackets. The only problem is that they're currently attached to my Land Cruiser holding up the awning for camping. Right there. I need 3 of those, maybe 4. So I either have to take the awning off again, which was a pain, and then steal those and then not have it, and hopefully I'm not going camping, it's not going to be raining, and then whatever, I got to find it, or I got to fabricate some. Okay then, I have the set. Talking to myself. Okay, I have decided that I'm going to fabricate L brackets. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so but I could use flat steel and cut it to approximately what I want, and then bend it. It's not going to be very sturdy though, especially since the only flat steel I have is a little bit on the thin side. So not ideal. And the stuff that I have that's thicker, I don't have my press set up yet to bend. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. One of my favorite building materials, Unistrut. Ta-da! Great for all kinds of things. Comes with all kinds of different adapters, brackets, nuts, things. So you can build almost anything out of this stuff. It's great. I have some. But in this case, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be customizing it to be an L bracket. So I've already done one, which is still warm from cutting, and I've done this. So cut out little notches out of it, which are down here on the ground, and those are still warm. There we go. Bend it and then weld it. Now this one, the gap is a bit big, so I'm going to fill that in with weld probably. Luckily, it's not too structural, so that should do. And then next one I'll do better. So yeah, I can have this at a nice 90-degree bend. Then once I have it secured with a lag through that hole right there, or at least prior to that, then I will locate my little bracket here and weld that on. And then that actually is going to be nice, sturdy, because it's got additional walls on this side to support that angle, so I don't need to reinforce it with a gusset or anything like that, and that just works beautifully in my mind. So yeah, I'll have to figure out how I want to position that in relation to where the pipe needs to be, and then I can weld that in. And of course that is galvanized, the Unistrut, which is not nice to weld on. So I've got the garage door open, and I will be making sure not to inhale the fumes. That should do, right? Yeah, I'll be fine. Safety third. What's going on, Hector? Hi, buddy. Hello. Alrighty then. I've got 3 brackets made up. They're adequate. Let's go climb up my homemade, not so scissory lift. And we're going to grab the nicest one that I've made because that's what I want to show you guys. We won't discuss the other two. Have I mentioned that I really love scaffolding? Hey, I'm gonna put the phone down for this. Stand by. Okay, so I just did a quick little mock-up, and I need both my hands, so I can't record it. But the idea is I'm gonna have to mount it like this, because the stud that I'm going in is closer to the top of this. So I have to do it this way. And then the other piece, which is currently in my pocket, I need like a camera guy here. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this. Hold on, bear with me. Or not. Okay, something, okay, whatever. You get the idea. It's going to be like that, only proper and mounted. Okay, so after a little bit of mock-up up there, I decided that we're going to do something along these lines. Don't look at that. We're going to do something along these lines, and I'm going to end up welding that piece to that. So then I can just easily attach this and not have to screw around with it. So I got the other two brackets over there. This is a bad one, so let's not talk about that right now, but it will work. And there we go. So that's the plan. Hey, wait a minute. I've always wanted to try this. I've seen other people do this. So let's see if this works. Oh my God, it worked. Look at that. Had to try, right? After all that welding, I need a break. This is why I love living here. Come on, buddy. Get in the water. Go. Back. Okay. After profusely pondering this predicament, I decided to make my life easier and put all the hangers up, figured out where they should be. Hopefully I'm right. And I'm going to try to manhandle the pipe up there. That's going to be the hard part. I'm going to try to do this without scratching the hell out of it. Okay. I managed to manhandle the pipe into approximate location. I've got a rope on it. I've no idea how well this is going to work. We're going to find out. Alright, this seems like a bad idea. I think I'm going to have to try something different. I'm going to try to move the truck and the scaffolding so I'm over at the other spot where I got to connect it. And once I do that, I'll see if I have to adjust anything else, and then that should be it. Man, that's a lot of work. I swear to God, I've been up and down that damn thing more times than I care to count. so close. Hey, it's really getting hot out here. Okay, that is not bad. I'm mostly happy with that, actually, considering this is the first time doing it. And I'm really just figuring it out and planning it out as I go along. So I'm happy with this. Now that I see how far it stands out, I probably would have had the pipe closer to the house. So maybe for the next time, I will do that. And I got to figure something out to keep this guy here. So I'm probably going to have to use some more unistrut or something and make a bracket for this. But that will work out rather nice. And that's a pretty damn good angle, if I may say so. All right. Well, just came over for the last portion of it, so decided to get the pump plumbed in and got the hose ran over. She is just about to go fire it up. So I've got the hose coming down over here, running all the way from over there where the pump is. We just did a quick little test and purged the lines, which worked really well. So now we're going to check to see how well the sprinkler's running. If she can get the pump started. Please stand by. All right. We are slowly getting sprinkler action. More throttle! Oh yeah, full! Because that's not enough pressure. Please stand by. My lovely assistant is doing a wonderful job. There we go. All right. That is so much better. Hector, you're getting wet? I'm getting wet. That's not bad. Okay, that's exactly what I want. Well, I'm gonna let that soak around a little bit, and then I'll figure out how big of a circle that's doing. And the house is taller, so that should even go further. But this is pretty good. Well, it's getting all the way over to the trees over here. Oh, this is awesome. Nice. Thank you, Jess.